Glad you're with us tonight. I'm Lynn Brooks.
And I'm Terri Brewer. Up first tonight, new mental health care may be on the way for Tuscaloosa County inmates.
County leaders are now considering adding new staff to help with diagnosis and treatment. More now in tonight's top story at 5 o'clock. Tuscaloosa County Chief Deputy Ron Abernathy made a recommendation to the County Commission today that new efforts were needed to address the issue of mental illness in the jail. His proposal asked for a clinical therapist and a case manager. They would evaluate inmates with mental illness and nonviolent felony or misdemeanor charges. If that inmate meets certain criteria, their case would be addressed and they might be allowed to re-enter the community with assistance from local mental health centers. Abernathy says this could help with the overcrowding in the jail.
It would be able to help keep those inmates on their medication and making sure that they're attending their doctor's appointment and hopefully being a viable component of our community instead of the revolving door situation that we run into so many times today, where we may see them once, twice, 3 or 4 times in a given year back in our facility.
Probate Judge Hardy McCollum says commissioners need more time to look at the proposal before they can make a decision. The recommendation was a joint effort by the Maud Whiteley Health Services, Indian Rivers Mental Health Center, and the Tuscaloosa Judicial System, also, of course, the Tuscaloosa County Sheriff's Office. Hammers are pounding and saws are buzzing in Holt, all signs of recovery and hope.
The volunteers we're talking about are with Samaritans Purse, and they're busy building homes for storm survivors. Now, this group started out as strangers in their home state of South Carolina, but within a matter of days, this group of men and women have become friends and teammates. Today they were putting shingles on this home off Crescent Ridge Road. Dale Watson is a fire chief by trade, but this week he's traded in his fire truck for a hammer and some nails. Watson says volunteers give up their vacation time to join the mission program. He says seeing the devastation in the area has touched his heart and made an impact on their lives.
I'm finding the Lord and everywhere else, and to come to help these people, the tragedy and stuff they have been through is really unbelievable up here, you know. So we love to do this.
I have been blessed by the stories of the people that I've met here in Tuscaloosa and by these volunteers, the stories of people surviving the tornado and in just incredible circumstances.
Samaritans Purse is led by Franklin Graham, the son of evangelist Billy Graham. You can learn more about the disaster relief program at our website. That's WVUATV.com. From there, go to the numbers and links section.
The city of Tuscaloosa is taking another step toward storm recovery at Forest Lake. The City Council approved a $163,000 bid from DRC Emergency Services to remove debris from the lake. City officials say April 20th is likely the earliest date when the debris removal process will begin. The job will not only require DRC to remove the debris. Incident Command's John Brooks says the company will first have to finish draining the lake. Brooks also says he's confident they'll be able to finish the job before the imposed July 31st deadline.
Tuscaloosa leaders are putting the finishing touches on a community-wide memorial for April 27th.
It's all happening at Coleman Coliseum. The service will feature Tuscaloosa Mayor Walt Maddox, University of Alabama Interim President Judy Bonner, County Probate Judge Hardy McCollum, also Sheriff Ted Sexton. The event is free, it's open to the public, and although the event begins at 5, City spokesperson Meredith Lynch says there's something planned to mark the exact time the tornado hit the city.
At 5:13 p.m. we will be having a special moment of silence and a moment of reflection to remember the time that the tornado touched down in Tuscaloosa.
The city also plans to honor families affected by the tornado as well as our first responders. And a special programming note for you now. Your home team will have special coverage all week leading up to April 27th. It all begins Monday when we're live from the Rosedale community. Then Tuesday we'll have coverage from the Forest Lake community. Our coverage continues on Wednesday in Alberta City, and Thursday we're in Holt. It will all wrap up on Friday when we'll broadcast the city's memorial service live from Coleman Coliseum. We have many special reports all week right here on your home team station, WVUA.
Drivers out there, listen up before you put the pedal to the metal around the neighborhood. You might want to think twice. Tuscaloosa City leaders are looking at ways to crack down on speeders. In Tuesday's Public Safety Committee meeting, council members and Tuscaloosa police officers discuss ways to slow down cars and end what some are calling a citywide public safety concern. According to Tuscaloosa City Councilman Bob Lundell, neighborhood speeding is the #1 complaint for most city council members. He says he hopes to install radar trailers as a warning for dangerous drivers.
We're going to post this in areas of the neighborhoods that have a lot of speeding to give people a chance before we go out with our radar and the police to enforce it with tickets.
Lundell hopes to transfer money used for speed tables and instead pay police officers overtime to try and slow down drivers in some of the neighborhoods.
On your Crime Watch, your piece of information could be the missing link investigators need to catch a suspect. Here now, this week's Most Wanted.
Hello, my name is Ted Sexton, the Sheriff of Tuscaloosa County. Thanks to your help in WVUA, we have 4 captures in this week's Tuscaloosa County's Most Wanted. Kendrick Woods was arrested on the charge of burglary in the first degree and other charges. Marquise Brown was arrested on the charge of trafficking cocaine and other charges. Lisa Marie Daly was arrested on unlawful manufacturing of controlled substance and other charges. Jefferson Lowe was arrested on the charge of assault in the first degree. Thanks to your help, we now have 377 captures. Now we need your help in finding 2 more Tuscaloosa County's Most Wanted. Brandon Lee Cottingham is wanted on the charge of attempted murder and burglary in the first degree. He's a black male, 26 years of age, 6 foot tall, 170 pounds, black hair, brown eyes, and was last known to be living on Adeline Street in Centerville. Keelan Pollard is wanted on charge of rape in the second degree as well as sodomy in the second degree. He's a black male, 31 years of age, 5'11", 340 pounds, with black hair and brown eyes, last known to be living on Cedar Cove Loop in Cottondale, Alabama. If you have any information on these as well as others wanted by the Tuscaloosa County Sheriff's Office, please call us at 464-8672 or go to our website at www.tcsoal.org. You can like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. And working together, we'll continue to make Tuscaloosa County a safer place to live.
Now some breaking news from the entertainment world. Dick Clark has passed away.
Details are still coming in, but early reports are that he died of a massive heart attack. Few people have had a career like Clark. He was often referred to as America's oldest living teenager. Clark got his start on American Bandstand back in the 1950s, and it became a national hit and later an international sensation. But music wasn't his only gig. Clark also worked on the game show $25,000 Pyramid, TV's Bloopers and Practical Jokes, and of course, millions of Americans rang in the new year with Clark's Rockin' New Year's Eve show. Clark had suffered a stroke a few years ago and was rarely seen on television after that. He was 82 years old. You may have heard about the McDonald's hot coffee case, but do you really know what happened?
This week you have the chance to learn more about the case. Tomorrow you can see a free film screening of the documentary Hot Coffee that aired on HBO. It's at the UA School of Law starting at 1 p.m. There will be a panel with questions and answers, including the film director Susan Saladoff and other guests. The screening is sponsored by Prince Glover and Hayes and the Cochran firm. You can learn more about the Hot Coffee documentary on our website, WVUATV.com.